1,000. This is the Sports Den with Denny Thompson and James Coleman on 1010XL.
You all right over there?
Yeah, it was like the headsets weren't calibrated right. It was extremely loud.
There's a little volume button over there?
I was trying to adjust that.
Oh, I got you. So you had this look on your face like you were in pain.
Yeah, it was beating up my eardrum now.
It's finally draft week.
Yes.
This will be the when did we start talking about the draft seriously? Like, was it
November.
October?
Yeah, we probably waited till we gave him grace.
No, because I specifically remember saying, like in October, can't believe we're already talking about the draft. Like I remember before the season, can we get to November? I don't think we made it.
No.
I only made it to November.
I'm trying to remember how hyped you guys were after week 2 because I remember a lot of moral victory talk.
I feel like
I think after the Thursday game when they lost to the Dolphins, I think that's when you officially started. But you, specifically Denny, was the moral victory guy.
I'm going to fess up. I'm going to completely fess up. Like, I'll go back to week 2. And if you remember, right before halftime, Lambeau had this stupid kick right before halftime that ended up hitting one of their guys.
Yeah.
And it was like, at that point, it was like, oh my gosh. And so I remember after that game, I remember going, it's that play. Like, it's just that one play right there. And then you're right. The very next week, it was up. Nope, never mind. The Jags are who we thought they were. After week 1, yeah, man, I thought, shoot.
No, week 2. People were coming in here like, yeah, it was a loss, but I mean, this team is good, man.
After week 14, if they had played another game that close, we'd have said the same thing. We'd have been like, it is a moral victory.
I heard on the lunch bunch, Hack talking about the exact moment when he knew it was going to be Trevor and how excited he didn't.
But you've been listening a lot lately.
He has.
I've been driving and it was there. I want to support the station. I was
nice.
I was at Greenacres.
I do have
looking at guns.
Oh.
And I wanted to listen to the station on the way back. I like the guns.
I appreciate that.
But I want to go back and listen to because I hate moral victories. Like I got to hear myself say that. Like I don't know what everybody else was doing. But
I'm gonna be listening.
I think we both did. I think we both said at the time the combination of that first week and then going into Nashville, you're not gonna win every game in the NFL.
But I thought we were clear that they were trying to. They were moving in another direction.
After week 2?
I thought we knew that the Trevor cast was
no way, bro. They won week 1 and they should have won week 2, and people were like, dude,
this team's better than we thought.
They're gonna go to the playoffs.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't think we said that. If we did, you can call us out on it, but I don't think we said that.
So September 21st. All right.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, listen, I'm not saying I didn't. That was a long time ago.
Don't do this to us. Don't.
I don't remember. I'm just like, whoo.
Are you really about to do this?
I'm just going to go listen myself.
And if you hear something, you want me to believe that you're not going to end up playing it.
Well, yes, that's part of the show.
No, I would be interested to see where the tide shifted.
I'm not saying that you guys were wrong. Well, yeah.
Yeah, we were wrong.
No,
that's what we said. We were very wrong.
Just go do your show.
I just know. Yeah, I mean, we'll figure it out.
He said, "Go do your show." I'll be listening to the one from September.
Through this audio right now.
Hey, while you're doing that, speaking of being wrong, do you know of anybody else in the history of the world who's been more wrong than that Chad Forbes guy?
Yes.
Who?
Jason Lockett-Foran.
No.
Jason Lockett-Foran is
no.
The difference is, like I said, Jason was somebody at one point in his life. This guy has never been anybody, and he's consistently wrong. The brain looked up years of evidence of just random, bogus-ass tweets that this guy just keeps spewing out.
No, but this one is phenomenal. If you don't know what we're talking about, this Chad Forbes guy, it seems like all of Jacksonville knows, said, what, a week ago? Like a week and a half ago?
Yeah, about Trevor.
Yeah, said that Trevor coming to Jacksonville is going to cost him millions. Zach Wilson's going to get all these national deals. Meanwhile, Trevor's going to be pumping up the local Ford dealership.
Well, Trevor's got cryptocurrency.
The next day, Trevor signed an Adidas deal. So you're like, okay, well, there he's got that one.
Gatorade.
Then it was Gatorade. Then it was Bose. Now it's this cryptocurrency deal that, did you read into?
No, I just saw a signing bonus.
Multi-million-dollar deal, all paid out in crypto.
Right. Which
could turn into $1 billion.
Could, but it could also go the way of of Dogecoin.
That's it. I mean, you
Well,
say
no,
that.
it depends on when you got in.
Right.
Like I'm saying, like
for
right
him,
now,
if he's in it for nothing.
But no, you're right. But don't give me that. Like if he's in it for nothing, yeah. But if I could have took $2 million, but if it's $2 million that doubles or triples, then yeah, it's a great investment.
Bottom line is, within a week,
he's got some international big time deals.
My man was proven wrong many times over.
Right.
Like,
and he's going to still
wrong.
get more deals. And you know what else he's going to get? He's still going to get the local car dealership deal
if he wants it.
I mean,
he's going to get the national brand deal.
Yeah, but I mean, but some local dealership is going to be the one that has to front on the car. Like if he gets a Mercedes, it'll all work out for him.
It sure looks like right now what Trevor Lawrence's marketing agent is doing is picking and choosing, because these things are just like day after day after day.
Who's next?
Who would y'all want?
Well, I mean, there's not even a shampoo. Maybe he's deciding which shampoo.
That's the
he's
big
going
one,
with.
right? He's
Yeah.
setting like the bar right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is my fee.
He's like self.
Well, he's probably like me.
Add a
He's
zero.
probably like me. Like
Head
when you've had
shoulders.
hair like this for this long, the money means something. Don't get me wrong, but you got to feel the product.
Are you
man.
comparing your hair to Trevor Lawrence's? I just want to be clear.
One, mine is way more luxurious.
He doesn't have to use the product.
But
because like Tiger Woods used to have different golf clubs, but he would like slap the Nike logo on.
That's so true.
right. But I'm just saying, like, this is your hair is like that's you. That's your essence.
That literally is you.
Like you got to make sure. Like
Did you say your hair is more luxurious?
man, get out of here. Ain't nobody worried about Trevor's hair like that. Trevor put anything in that thing. He's not using.
Have you seen the draft
I like your
commercial where
confidence.
he literally the ESPN draft commercial like 3 times in a 30-second ad? He flips it up.
You've never paid attention to me when my hair is down.
Well,
my hair is down. I got to move it.
I've just never
gotta
seen
get
you
out
do
the
that.
way. Now, because I also
here's
do
where
make conscious decisions not to make moves like that.
Don't.
Because I'm a really, really big guy, and if I start flicking my hair, like people are gonna start asking questions.
And you might hurt somebody.
I'm running the
that's
risk
true.
of offending James.
My hair goes down past my ass, so if I flick my hair
Whoa.
and somebody's by me, I can assault them.
It really goes
That is
long.
more
Yes.
commitment than Trevor.
Okay, I don't want to offend you with this, but let me tell you why, Trevor, take the stardom away. Let me tell you why he's a better candidate for a shampoo deal.
Because he's young.
No,
He's the number one.
because he
pick.
uses it every day.
Well, okay, fair. Very fair. Very fair.
Oh, so how often do you?
I may wash mine once. If I wash it every 2 weeks.
Okay, I knew.
But I don't have a shampoo deal.
You would wash it every day if they paid you to.
Well, not
Absolutely.
every day because it would strip it of its natural essence.
How much money?
But I would
How much
wash
money
it
to
once.
shave your head?
Everybody got a number, man, but I don't know.
It's
up there.
never a fair
It's up
question.
there. It's
because,
up there.
Like
though.
what? I need a range.
Like-
though.
like if somebody sat right in front of you right now and it was real and they put $100K
Oh, yeah,
right in
I'll
I
do
front
was
right
of
just
you.
now.
gonna say 10.
Oh,
No,
10, no.
What?
No, I can
Oh
go make
my
that tomorrow.
God.
No.
Like you got to put something that I can't make in like one contract. So you got to think, JJ. So like when I do my
50.
camps with the Army, you're talking about like
What
I
about-
could get a
what about
$50,000
50?
contract. I could get some of these things, but 100, I ain't never had a $100,000 contract. Not in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no
All right.
taxes and it's straight cash.
So in other
All right.
words, what JJ's telling us is
I'll shave my head right now for $50. That's all I'm saying. Somebody wants to come down to the station and give me $50.
One day I'm gonna. What I have, but I
Wait,
have some
look at me,
bills that I gotta
JJ.
pay.
Look at me.
I have some bills that I have to. Like if you had a little bit more hair, and I didn't,
I have, like-
and I felt, and we needed some more content. I'd be like, Miles, go to my
The
truck.
joke is
Go to
for-
my truck and
For
go
the
with my
listeners,
sunglasses.
the
Go with my
joke is
sunglasses.
that I barely have any hair.
you had me like confused for a second because when you said that, I'm like, wait, did JJ grow out his hair?
No.
Because sometimes he wear a hat, and I don't know.
When my hair does get long, I do throw the hat on, but it's been a few
What
years.
would be the one endorsement deal that you would want if somebody said, you get one
Like, what do you mean, want? Just like a product you
company,
love?
product, whatever? What's the
Game
one thing?
cigarellos.
Okay, I thought you were done smoking.
Well, cigarettes.
Oh, well, cool. Well,
You
okay.
take the tobacco out.
Okay.
That would be
Okay.
that would be your one.
I think it would be funny.
That's so awesome.
Like, if
JJ.
all the money's equal.
True Leaf.
See?
They've got a lot of money. No, I just know. I know I can. If I was really that big,
Oh,
I know I can
if we're
tax them for
talking
whatever.
money, then I would say, like, Amazon.
You can pay with your hands now. Well, that was with the headline. I didn't read it, but I'm like, there was
I gotta look this
just
up.
something that and then people were posting like pictures of them fighting.
See, mine would. I don't know what mine would be. Like, there's at one point in my
There's
life.
not a product you love?
Not really.
Oh, my bad. I'm
like
sitting
a
here.
type of
It's
mayonnaise
Starbucks.
you like or
I
something?
ain't gonna lie, Starbucks. It's the only thing I do. I do absolutely every day.
Wawa.
Wawa would be that.
Drew
would be,
Estate cigars. I really like. That's my favorite cigar.
We may be the most
and we have a
redneck
chance.
show in the world. We just hit any deal you want. Wawa. Give me Wawa.
Whoa, wait a minute. No, gas, food, delicious, dip.
Cappuccino, mocha.
Oh, okay. You're right.
I mean, you say that, but like
With
you
dip
could
in my
go.
mouth.
You could go to Wawa and live.
That's true.
You can't go like a lot of these other things are
They got
just
to up their number of cashiers though.
I mean, they got to get through this rough patch right now. Everybody's dealing with not being able to get employees, man.
Like, there was a time in my life I'd have said like Nike or something like that. No, not.
That's
not at all.
That's too.
I like
plain.
shoe. I like Nike. I don't want to be
tied to a brand
anymore because I like Yeezys. I like Nike. I like Jordans. I like some other stuff. Plus, there's some of these brands that I found like BYLT on Instagram and something that have better performance apparel.
Yeah.
Like that fits like for like I want to look like I'm a professional. I'm not going to work out in it. It's too nice.
Right.
I don't even know if that makes sense. Workout gear that is entirely too nice to work out in.
Right.
But it looks good
like Lulu.
as a coach.
Like Lululemon. Like
I haven't gotten to the Lululemon. Yeah, I haven't gotten to the Lululemon.
I'd have to lose some weight on that one. All right, we got to take our first break.
Before we do, I just want to play the opening.
Oh, jeez, no. No. We're going to break.
The September 21st.
Absolutely not, because you wouldn't be playing it if it's not embarrassing.
Just like 30 seconds.
You wouldn't be doing it if it's not embarrassing. All right, Dr. Swanson.
Oh, it is Monday.
It is the Sports Den.
No, stop.
Monday.
Stop. Stop.
It's not a victory Monday, and that's
Stop.
actually where I want.
We're not. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. You're not going to be the Twitter guy.
Was it a moral victory Monday?
In like the first 30 seconds.
No, we already have enough of those people that hit us on Twitter.
James immediately pauses, like, maybe let's not go there. But I haven't listened to the rest yet, so he might agree with you, he might not.
We're not even. No, we got enough people that come at us when we're wrong. I don't need our producer doing the same damn thing.
I just thought it would be funny.
Jeez, you're that guy. Dr. Swanson coming up next.
If you come with us, you're in this life for good.
This is it. Yeah, this is it. This is what?
1010XL.
Dear young vapers, like some of you, I used to think this whole vaping epidemic was being blown out of proportion. But it turns out I was wrong. I was sure I would only vape among friends, but then I started sneaking around and lying to people just to hit it. It got so bad that I couldn't even go to sleep or study without hitting my vape.
It's time to talk about vaping. Watch Katya's full story and get the facts at thefactsnow.com.
In 2007, Marine First Lieutenant Travis Manion was killed in Iraq after saving his wounded teammates. Travis's legacy lives on through the words he spoke before his final deployment. If not me, then who? Words that today fuel the spirit of Travis Manion Foundation. And through TMF, these words can live in you too. Show the world what you're made of, because character is invisible until it's not. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans, families of the fallen, and inspired civilians at travismanion.org.
In 1921, U.S. Marine Corps surgeon Dr. Robert McKeever established the first urologic practice in Florida, the McKeever Clinic. I'm Dr. West. 100 years later, we continue to carry on his life's work in providing complete urologic care in Jacksonville. We have 13 board-certified urologists with many areas of expertise to provide the highest level of care for both men and women. Visit McKeeverClinic.com to learn more about how we can help. McKeever Clinic, innovators in urologic care since 1921.
Slacker plumbing.
Yeah, hey, listen, I need a plumber over here right now.
Yeah, well, we don't have any openings for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yep.
I was just changing the shower head and the water line broke and it's flying everywhere.
All right, 1 week.
What if I throw you an extra $100 to come now?
What's the address?
It's 205.
Huh? I guess he changed his mind.
If you've got a leak that can't wait a week, call Roland Reich Plumbing and fix your plumbing problems fast. PlumbingJacksonville.com.
Business has changed, but at Ameris Bank, our commitment to partnership remains steady. Local businesses are the heartbeat of our community, and they'll need new tools to operate successfully. Contactless payments, remote deposit, e-commerce platforms, and more. We're here to make sure you have what you need to operate in today's climate. Let's get back to business together. Learn more at amerisbank.com/back-to-business. Ameris Bank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Picking here, and I'm getting the itch to de-junk and do some major spring cleaning. Problem is, I just can't throw anything away. Next comes the zero-res truck to clean the carpets, the sofa, the tile, the rug, everything. Right now, have 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129, or have 2 rooms of tile clean for $129. And why not both? Zero-res, man. Spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
CEROREC. Zero-res.
Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach is the best local place to shop for your next new or used firearm. Top brands, no lines, locally owned for 26 years with the best prices. Buy or sell your next firearm at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacks Beach.
Time now for a medical recap. A health and wellness tip from Jaguars head team physician, Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
Nutrition is often overlooked and underestimated. Your body will only put out what you put into it. For this reason, nutrition is one of the most important aspects of any training program. Whether you're training during the season or in the off-season, or just looking to get healthy, your body needs the right fuel. Consider meeting with your doctor about the right nutrition plan to meet your goals. Go Jazz!
Call Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. We want to win your business with honest and upfront transmission service. I'm Robin Sidbury, the owner. That's a promise from me. Get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
Scrubbing soon to a location near you. You know and love the Scrubble Stars at the Town Center, Fleming Island, and Atlantic Beach. Now get ready for 3 new locations scrubbing soon this summer, featuring Kernan, San Jose, and Oakleaf, along with other new surprises coming later this year. Give your car the glitz and glam it deserves at the best car wash in town with free car prep, vacuums, window cleaner, and more. Drive in to see us now and in the future at our Scrubbing Soon locations. Scrubbles, trust the bow tie. You'll know quality once you arrive.
Hey, it's Allie McDeal of the Best Bet Poker Show. Tune in Wednesdays at 6 p.m. on 1010XL and 92.5 FM, or watch live on Twitch. We chat about everything trending in the world of poker, give tips, and discuss poker strategy. Check us out this Wednesday at 6 p.m.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist presents Dr. Chris Swanson on the Sports Den. A board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, Dr. Swanson has been assistant team physician for the Cincinnati Bengals and Drexel University men's basketball and is the current team physician for several area high schools. Visit se-ortho.com.
It is Dr. Swanson on Monday night of the draft week. Or draft week, not the draft week. Well, I guess it could be. Doc, you going to be dialed in?
Yeah, I'm excited. This is going to be big.
Yeah? You going to watch all 3 days?
No.
No, just the first night?
Yeah, I'll watch most of the first night and then, maybe a little of the second night.
Yeah. And then Saturdays for golf.
That's right. Yeah.
Dr. Swanson's like, forget these 4th through 7th rounders. You got time for
It's
them.
so nice out too.
It has been. I saw Saturday's gonna be like hot though.
Oh yeah, it's here.
Yeah. We don't really have any injury stuff to talk about though, Doc.
We do.
We do? Oh, never mind, Doc. We're chock full of injury stuff. What's up, JJ?
We have
JJ got
one.
excited.
All right.
The guy that kicked the other guy in the leg, and then Chris Weidman, right. and then his leg
UFC
snapped. And kind of just dangled there for a little bit.
Right.
And it was disgusting. Did you see it, Doc?
Yeah.
Okay. What was going on there? What's the medical term for dangling around looking gross?
You got a dangle leg.
So he had a tib fracture, tibia and fibula, those 2 bones in your shin. Kind of same thing that happened to Tiger Woods.
I was going to ask.
So that's what causes that leg to look like it's as unstable as it was. And So he had emergency surgery on Sunday morning to get a rod put down into his tibia.
So like, at what point does like the pain really set in? Because he kicked and put his foot down like he was ready to go again, and then just collapsed.
Yeah, I mean, I think that first like 1 or 2 seconds was adrenaline, and then his leg hit the mat, and it was like, whoa.
So he was in pain at that moment. Like,
Yeah,
he wasn't like high. Like they had to like get him high. Like after that meet, is that like one of the first things they do when you have a traumatic injury like that?
You guys were talking at the same time.
What do they give you, like drug wise, like to make you not be in massive pain?
Yeah, so I mean, once you have an IV, they give you IV pain medication. So IV morphine is generally.
Well, how quick can they get that IV in?
So the EMS can potentially, the emergency paramedics can potentially put that in, in the ambulance before you even get to the hospital.
I'm gonna need it in the ring.
Yeah, exactly. To the hospital.
No,
that's no way you get it in the ring.
That's exactly what I was saying. Like when they get him off the ring,
it was a long time for them to
this
get
is
there.
what the doctors always just come in there and kind of like don't do anything and just sit him there and I guess wait until they can stretcher him off.
Yeah, and stabilize it. Then they put it, get on the stretcher, put him into the splint, and then get him headed out of there kind of as quick as possible.
So there's not like a pill or something y'all can slide my man? Like, yeah.
Coke.
They might be able to put something in. They might be able to put something in intramuscularly too, an injection that just goes into the muscle. It's not as strong, doesn't work as fast as the IV medication though.
Recovery time.
Till he's back fighting?
Yeah.
6 months.
Okay. So
Probably
Tiger should be back by PGA?
Yeah, I mean Tiger looked great. You saw a picture of him?
Yes, he did.
Bouncing around on the crutch.
Got little boots on him, and he looked.
He's going to be back, Doc, don't you think? For real.
Not anytime soon.
But I said before the end of 2022. Like, he'll be playing competitive golf.
What do you count as competitive golf?
The PGA Tour.
Will he be competitive in the golf tournament or just playing in the tournament?
Playing against his son.
Like, he can win the Guggen, but we're not saying he can win. Like, he's not winning the Masters.
There's some good golfers in the Guggen.
I'm just saying in a tournament, like able to play and walk 18 holes,
I mean, I think that could be the problem. The walking 18 holes part. It might not even be hitting balls on the driving.
Get the guy a
cart.
cart.
18 holes part.
I just, what I absolutely love about JJ the other night is JJ was very convicted that Tiger was going to be playing by 2022 with no medical evidence, just based on the picture.
He looked happy.
Just because he was smiling in the picture.
Yeah. I think JJ's bigger point was his dog was next to him.
And, like, the guy had on a cast. His other leg looked fine. Like, what are we even doing here? He should be out there now.
He was smiling in the stage picture with his dog.
Like, don't you want to catch Jack? Jeez.
Hey, that is a good question, though. So, nothing happened to his other leg?
Yeah, I think everything was on that one leg, from the foot injuries to the tib fracture. Everything I think was on that one.
He got lucky, man.
Yeah,
but it's his right leg, which you got to push off.
Yeah, I mean, forget the fact that he's an athlete and all that kind of stuff. The way the reaction was after the crash and the way the car looked, I just kind of assumed like his whole lower body was crushed.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is that a normal thing for it to be one leg?
Yeah, I mean, it just depends where that kind of final impact is, and then how the car kind of crushed.
Yeah, it's just the luck of whatever
luck
happens.
Of the crumpling Honda Genesis.
That car, by the way, deserves some type of accolade.
Right.
That car's amazing.
Like an award, key to the city.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
for keeping Tiger alive, and
not all Honda Genesis
should be one parked in every
that
particular
Honda Genesis
should be one parked in every Perkins parking lot.
Facts
in honor of Tiger.
Like, this is your Honda Genesis parking only. Like y'all
got to stop with the Honda. It's just Genesis. They broke off.
Oh, really? Yeah. They're not Hyundai.
No, they're just Genesis.
How?
So next to the handicap parking at Perkins,
like maternity for pregnant or expecting mothers, handicap. Genesis parking for their service to Tiger, one of our most faithful patrons. things like that. You got to reward people. So, Doc, I have a question. What happens when you get knocked out?
That's a great question.
We saw a lot of people
Simple,
get knocked
but
out.
good.
One person got knocked out by a foot. Like, I believe if you get kicked in the face, like that's a one you really deserve.
See, she never lost consciousness though.
Yeah,
are you talking about literally mean?
Yeah, define knockout.
Okay, my bad. What happened to Masvidal?
Yeah,
because
when you're like
he saw and can your soul leave your body through your sweat? Because there was a great still photo, and I swear I saw an image of Masvidal in the sweat that was leaving his body.
So this went from a great question to not a great. Let's
I want to know what happens.
What does happen when you get knocked
when
out?
your soul leaves you?
Well, I believe.
I think when your soul leaves you, that's a question for a different day.
Can it come back?
When you get knocked out, it means that you just had a hard enough impact to the brain to where the brain basically shifts, hits off your skull, and it kind of, for lack of a better word, it's like a Control-Alt-Delete on the wiring of the brain. So briefly, the cells in the brain just stop functioning.
So that's why everything goes limp.
Yep.
That's wild.
Sweet. And so is it because everything does a hard reset that every time somebody who gets knocked out wakes up like, I wasn't even out for that long?
They always do that.
They always act like they didn't know. Like,
they want to keep fighting.
Like the referee just doesn't like you that much.
But seriously, hold on. I got a real question here. Everybody in this room's been knocked out, right?
I've
like through football or something like that.
I've not been knocked out.
Really? You know who knocked me out?
I have.
Ron Dugan. Ron Dugan's knocked me out in football. But is it? And has everybody in here had a surgery?
Yeah, I've had a surgery.
Yeah.
No, I've never.
So when they put you under, and it feels like you've been asleep for like 2 minutes, and you wake up and it's like an hour and a half later, is that kind of the same thing, or is that just is it completely different?
Completely different, because that's just medication. I mean, that's essentially like regulated and medicated. This is
well, I know somebody doesn't hit you, Doc.
To the brain.
How long do you go to school to be one of those people?
Anesthesiologist.
Yeah.
I'm the same amount of med school, and I think it's 4 years of residency.
Instead of what?
6.
What's starting salary like?
They make bang.
Yeah, they make pretty good money.
Yeah.
Okay.
They make really good money walking around with a needle.
I mean, they better. I mean, they have so much responsibility, keeping everybody alive.
I mean, Doc's keeping everybody alive. Doc's got to fix stuff.
One knee and one shoulder at a time.
But like, if Doc gets the wrong shoulder, like, yeah, he screwed up my shoulder. But if this person does the wrong thing, I'm not waking up.
Bro, if Doc gets the wrong shoulder, Doc's not Doc anymore.
That's true.
Yeah. You guys got to fill 15 more minutes on Monday.
Dr. Swanson's out with
Doc,
us from South.
Dr. Smith.
Yeah. So, but now, serious question though. Going back to this Control-Alt-Delete stuff, can that happen to you and your fight or flight kind of gets you back? Like, so to use the example, Masvidal got knocked out. And then immediately Usman comes in and does the ground and pound. But if he could have covered just enough because he came to eventually, it wasn't that long. Like after they pulled him off, he was like, yeah, okay.
It's usually
I
pretty
almost
fast.
died. But can you come back, or should a referee, once they see your eyes closed before you hit the mat, probably just go ahead and intervene?
Yeah, I mean,
because what you're saying sounds dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, once you see that, that's kind of like in football now. Like, that's like the bell rung, can you keep playing kind of thing. I mean, once you see that, you should intervene, and it should stop at that point, because that's when real bad things can happen. I mean, so yes, the answer is you should intervene. The fight should be stopped once somebody's kind of gone limp, or
They usually do. I mean, like, they get in there right away.
858 on the text line says, what about passing out from fainting? Felt like 2 seconds and asked why everybody was around me.
Remember when kids used to do that, like, to themselves?
I mean, it's the same kind of thing. That's just different. It can be, so the insult to the brain can be from a trauma. It can be from getting hit. It can be from lack of oxygen. It can be from lack of blood supply. Any of those things can affect the brain in a way that can make you have a transient period where you pass out.
Sounds horrible.
Last fight you been in, Doc?
I feel like we asked him this.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, man.
Yeah,
we did ask him this
He's not-
about a bar fight.
He's not here no more. You're not gonna get no trouble from that guy anymore.
I can't incriminate myself.
Dog's like it was Saturday.
There was another good injury from the UFC fight. The guy that got kicked and had foot drop.
What's that? I didn't see that.
He got kicked on the side of the leg, right on the outside of his knee, and then his foot dropped because it hit the nerve in like the perfect spot on the outside.
So
of his
how
knee.
could that be like a lifelong thing?
No, that should come back with time. But that's the kind of thing that could take days, weeks, even months to come back completely.
So like all of a sudden, just one day you wake up and it's working again.
Yep. The
That's
nerve wakes back
scary, dude.
We had a quarterback this past December. Comes in town, goes to sleep one night, wakes up, and he couldn't grip a ball. And he couldn't grip the ball for like 3 weeks. And then all of a sudden it was better.
Minshew?
No.
Was that like the hip?
That was a college guy.
Or whatever y'all were telling me about that golfer, like the baseball players do?
The yips.
The yips.
Yeah, the yips.
No, that's two
No,
completely
no,
different
his
things.
hand physically couldn't
Yeah.
do it.
No, yips are mental.
Oh,
Yes.
I mean, I figure like
That's wild.
you just wake up and you can't grip a ball anymore.
Yeah.
What
it
does
was
that
weird.
mean?
It was really weird. Yeah. Yeah. Dr. Chris Swanson from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, knee and shoulder specialist. So if you've got knee issues or shoulder issues, that's the man to go to. Doc, where are you going to be watching the draft at? Are you sit at home with a nice bourbon type of guy, or you go out with your boys? What do you do?
Yeah, I think this year I think I'm probably sit at home, maybe a nice bourbon from. You guys can get me hooked up with ABC or something.
Oh, I like that.
What? No, I don't like. He could have just said a nice bourbon from ABC, but he put in if y'all can get me one.
Oh, that was a good point. Like
Yeah.
a free
I
bottle.
already
of
owe the
bourbon?
guy around to golf. Now I got to get him bourbon too.
So do you guys think we're taking Trevor?
No, not at all.
Dude, if anybody
Just a
doesn't want
piece.
Trevor, it's the guy you're talking to, Denny Thompson, who claims he has the worst arm in the history of football. Denny, I'm joking, but Denny is
I love
sus. He thinks that his technique or whatever it's called is sus.
his mechanics
His
are struggling right now, but he's the best prospect to come out in forever. So yes, I want Trevor.
But I like that
and
Denny
yes,
is
they're going to get Trevor.
So
Yes,
Denny's-
they're-
going against the grain and being a professional quarterback coach.
To his defense, though, that those clips when Denny does break it down,
Mhm.
it does make sense.
It's bad.
I'm not going against it because I don't know. I've seen them play, but we need to get him away from Jordan. That's just how I'm going to say. Jordan is detrimental to our
He needs to come
long-term
here.
development of our coach, about our quarterback.
He needs
Correct.
to be Team I-9 and get fixed.
Right. If he came to my squad,
We got to get him on the red turf.
Yes. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Y'all put me in a really weird situation right here, but anyway.
I heard Phil Simms say on the radio, man, he was giving a lot of love to Mac Jones.
Was he?
Yeah.
That's we're going to talk about that later. Like San Francisco,
They don't want him.
they got everybody fooled right now, though. Like,
Oh, wait,
no-
they do want him.
Yeah, I mean, the rumor is it's down between him and your boy, Trey
Yes.
Lance.
Well, did you hear what happened? It's the team personnel want Trey Lance, but Shanahan wants our boy Mac.
Mm-hmm.
So who wins?
Simms was raving about his compact delivery, his mechanics, accuracy. I mean, he was raving about it.
Athleticism.
Well, that
And
was
he said he might be the top pick if he was more athletic and had just a little more fire in his arm.
well, that's a lot of ifs.
But other than
Yeah.
other than that,
if I
Other than that,
if I ran a 4.3, had abs, could jump, 45 inches, like, I would have been a top pick.
you'd have been LeBron James.
Yeah, facts.
All right, Doc, we appreciate you, man. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, that's where you guys need to go. Stop limping around. Stop being injured your whole life. Get it fixed. You're not that old. There's a whole life ahead of you. Get to Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. That's se-ortho.com. I'm telling you, if it's your knee or your shoulder, when you get there, when you call them or when you, whatever you do, when you chat with them, whatever, ask for Dr. Swanson. He'll get you fixed up. That's who I use. That's who you should use as well. Doc, we appreciate it, man. Have a wonderful week.
All right, guys, you too. Enjoy the draft.
All righty. UFC, I want to hear about Saturday night. But we also got a lot of draft talk to get into. I don't know what order we'll do it, but we'll do both of those coming up next.
Who are you guys? Joe C., Hacker, Matt Hayes, and Leon Searcy.
We're the Ghostbusters.
This is XL Prime Time.
You smell something?
Noon to 3 weekdays.
We came, we saw, we kicked it.
On 1010XL.
Hi, I'm professional golfer Russell Knox, and when it came time for me to purchase my home, I was looking for professionals to guide me through the buying process, and I chose Exit Real Estate Gallery. The professionals were enjoyable to work with and made all the transactions very easy, and I would definitely recommend using Exit Real Estate Gallery to purchase your home.
Thanks, Russell. If you're looking to buy or sell your one stop in Jacksonville, Exit Real Estate Gallery. Go online right now at propertyinjax.com.
Hey, it's Bert Cannon, Sports Commissioner at the First Coast YMCA. This summer, it's time to rediscover everything we've been missing. At the Y, we're committed to being your home for health and wellness, and also a place for community, belonging, and a whole lot of fun in a safe environment. Now level up your game in the Y's new National Esports program. We offer the safest competitive video game experience through a private, moderated platform just for kids. Get details at fcymca.org.
I'm Julie Harrell. Accidents don't just happen from 9 to 5. They can happen anytime, and usually at the worst time. Holidays, weekends, and even in the middle of the night. Harrell & Harrell will always be there for you, 24 hours a day. We'll be there to help make it better. Call us anytime, day or night, and we'll answer the phone. Call 251-1111. Harrell & Harrell. Don't settle for less than you deserve.
Offices, Jacksonville.
When you hear Honda, you automatically think safety, quality, value. Now think great deals. Historic interest rates, high trade-in values. Get a great deal during Honda's Dream Garage Spring Event at your local Honda dealer. Don't miss it. We're dealing.
Love seafood and want only the freshest seafood in Jacksonville? Sliders Oyster Bar should be your first choice when craving anything Mayport shrimp to fresh oysters. So when you're out at the beach this summer, stop into the beach's best oyster bar for the last 40 years. Sliders Oyster Bar in Neptune Beach, open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner to fulfill that seafood craving. Don't forget our bottomless mimosa and Bloody Mary reggae brunch on Sundays too. Sliders Oyster Bar in Neptune Beach, locally owned by Safe Harbor Seafood.
Captain Kevin Favor here, and do you store your boat or boat trailer separately? I want to tell you about Stack'em Storage. They store your boat trailer in a secure warehouse out of the elements, and here's the cool thing. Stack'em Storage will pick up your trailer from you, store it in a secure warehouse, do a 5-point safety inspection, and deliver it back to you where and when you need it. Call Captain Pat at 962-9605. Use promo code FAVOR, that's F-A-V-E-R, and get your first month's rent free. Visit stackmstorage.com.
Hey, it's Greg, and I'm sure by now you've heard me talk about the free Get Upside mobile app where you can get easy cash back up to 25 cents a gallon just buying gas. Plus, with special promo code 1010XL, you can earn an extra 25 cents a gallon cash back on your first tank. It adds up quick, and it's easy money. Plus, who couldn't use a little extra cash coming in right now? Now, I've been talking about Get Upside for a few months and using it for over a year, and I can assure you, it's legit, it's easy, it works, and Get Upside truly pays. They just crossed the milestone of $100 million cash back earned in America. And clearly the Googans are using the Get Upside app because there's over $2.5 million cash back earned right here in Jacksonville. So if you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? Give it a try this week. Download the free Get Upside mobile app on Apple or Android. Use promo code 1010XL for an extra 25 cents a gallon on your first tank. Get Upside and get paid back every time you buy gas.
Dreaming of owning an RV? There's a chance to win one every day of Travel Camp's RV Stadium Show and Duval Draft Night from April 28th to May 2nd. It's all about RVs, live music, food trucks, and the Jaguars. Register to win cool prizes. Check out awesome products and demos. Catch an appearance from The Roar on Wednesday the 28th and Jackson DeVille on Saturday the 1st. The Jacksonville RV Stadium Show and Duval Draft Night, April 28th to May 2nd.
Mike Dempsey here for Tire Outlet, and during the month of April, you can get double the rebate worth up to $130 on a set of qualifying Yokohama tires. All you have to do, visit TireOutlet.com or see their April ad in the money pages for details.
Tire Outlet.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is a Sports Den brought to you by thehumidor.com. Make sure you get to thehumidor.com for all of your cigar needs. Huge selection of cigars, already low prices, but we're going to hook you up even more. If you type in Sports Den, you'll get 20% off of your order in addition to their already low prices. Make sure you get over there. And it's draft week, so get to ABC. I mean, it is a national pastime to have a good whiskey or whatever, vodka, whatever. What are you? A whiskey, vodka? What are you, JJ?
Beer.
Just beer?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll drink whiskey, but very rarely do I go anywhere besides beer. It's my thing.
Get to ABC, Fine Wine and Spirits for either. They have all. If wine is your thing, go there. They got you covered.
I like many types of beers, so I guess that's how I
see. I need to explore. Yeah, because whenever I'm not really a beer guy, more of just a whiskey guy. But I need to try more beers. Mock drafts coming out by the dozens right now. And I don't know.
Are you a drink during the draft guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you make a drinking game? Maybe that's what we should do on Wednesday. Come up with a drinking game for the draft.
I have not.
Anytime there's a sad story, drink.
Gosh, you're gonna be drunk by the top 10.
Yeah.
By the end of the top 10. I'm not like a heavy drinker. I don't drink that often, but like that's an event that every single year I have whiskey sitting next to me for the entire first round. And
dude.
Yeah. And I'm a straight whiskey guy. Just ice. I'm curious, like when you start looking and tracking mock drafts, the history of mock drafts, you think they get like do you think they get more accurate the week in, or do you think they fall for more smoke signals? Or are they never accurate? Because I did read something the other day that said the average mock draft gets something like 8 picks right in the first round. 8 or 9 picks right.
This year is an easy 2. I feel like the very top of the draft they always get right.
Right. Yeah. And then from there, because I guess it's a domino effect. Like if you get 3 wrong, then you probably got 4 wrong, and 5 wrong.
Exactly.
You know so it's a hard thing to do. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can bet on it somehow. Like I guess you can bet pick by pick, but that seems like that.
You can also bet like over under the amount of linemen that get taken in the first round or quarterbacks, and they'll put it at like 5 or 4.5 or whatever. There's ways, will this guy be picked at a certain number, and then they'll give you odds.
Dude, can we pull up some of those odds?
Yeah.
Like maybe we'll get to that a little bit later, but I'd be interested in that. But I'm looking at like Peter King's, which is a connected dude, really connected guy. He says at number 3, he's hearing it's a 2-horse race between Mac Jones and Trey Lance, but that Mac Jones will be the pick. You mentioned when we had Doc on about Shanahan being pro Mac Jones. The rumor is Shanahan's pro Mac Jones, and maybe some of the scouting department is pro Trey Lance. Now, you and I have a vested interest in this pick,
especially at number 3.
Right. We have a little wager on.
So right now the betting odds for Mac Jones minus 305 plus 250 for Trey Lance. So DraftKings thinks Mac is like massive favorite. Minus 300 is a heavy favorite to go number 3. And just a few days ago, Justin Fields was the favorite.
Well, that's where I was getting. Like, what happened?
Mm-hmm. Was it really the health issue?
Well, what's interesting is when you look at Peter King's mock draft, he's got Mac Jones going 3 to San Francisco. The next quarterback taken is actually Justin Fields at 8 to Carolina.
Right. I've seen a lot of that.
And then Trey Lance 9 to Denver. I've seen a couple that actually have the very back end of the draft with guys like Kellen Mond, back into the first round with guys like Kellen Mond, Kyle Trask. There's no way. I just don't think there's any way that happens. I don't think anybody gets that ahead of themselves that they go and they take a third round grade, and just because he's the next quarterback, move him up to pick 32.
So the over-under for Trask is 77.5. The over-under for Mond is 86.5.
Really?
Davis Mills is actually lower than both of them. He's at 69.5.
That's the one that I saw. Actually, now that you say it, that's the one. I don't remember which mock draft it was, but they had Davis Mills going to Tampa at 32.
As like a sit behind Brady couple year project guy.
Yeah, tell me those again. So where was Trask?
77.5.
So that's middle of the third, kind of early in the third. Okay. Wow. And then Mon was 84.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go under on Mon.
86.5.
86. I would go under on Mon. And Davis Mills was where?
69.5.
Wow. So all three of them going in the third round.
Our boy Taven Jenkins right at 25 at 24.5.
Is Ian Book on there?
Ian Book is not.
He's not on there. So how many quarterbacks they have? They have just those.
Fields, Trask, Mond, and Mills. And Trey Lance. Trey Lance is 5.5.
Man, we hit the nail right on the head.
We did.
Wow. This particular mock draft has the Jags at 25 taking Jason. Is it Owe?
The lineman?
The edge rusher from Penn State. Is this the guy?
Owe rhymes too much with no way. It just wouldn't work out. You don't want that.
I want to look. I'm going to look this up before I say this because I don't want to be wrong on this. But what's funny is they've got Barmore going 32. So Barmore's still there. Okay, so in 20 games in his college career, Owe had 7 sacks. In 7 games this past year, he had none.
And that's
who Peter King is mocking that.
Oh, he's using past drafts to dictate this.
It's like
Clay Son. Like how he had like 7 sacks in his entire 3 years or whatever.
But he doesn't. He has to remember different GM. I don't know if that's Bulky's thing.
That's true. Greg Rousseau has got to be the guy who's the most all over draft or mock drafts, like biggest range. We saw one at the end of the third the other day. Peter King has him going number 23 to the Jets. Trying to see. So it goes Trevor, Zach, Mack, then Kyle Pitts to Atlanta, which I think he's from Atlanta, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Jamar Chase to Cincinnati, Jalen Waddle to Miami, Penei Sewell to Detroit, Justin Fields to Carolina, Trey Lance to the Broncos, Pat Surtain to the Cowboys.
Wait, who did they have Cincinnati take? Not Penei Sewell?
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, that's what everybody's mocking him.
Yeah. Micah Parsons, the Giants, J.C. Horn, corner from South Carolina to the Eagles. Rashawn Slater to the Chargers. Let's see. Devontae Smith going down to 15 to the Patriots.
So his betting line is at 11.5.
Caleb Farley climbing back up. I've seen this recently a lot. The Raiders at 17. Jalen Phillips at 18, staying in Miami, going to the Dolphins. Rashad Bateman to the Bears. Najee Harris going to the Steelers.
I've been hearing a lot of people mock that.
At 24.
That's like a perfect fit.
Yes, they got rid of Connor.
But I thought Connor signed back.
I thought Connor went somewhere else. I think James Conner ended up somewhere else.
Would you rather have Harris or Etienne?
I would have said Etienne until
For them, I like Najee for the Steelers. That's like one of those franchises that just it feels like a certain type of running back has to fit.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, even the one that's the whack rapper, like people forget
Le'Veon Bell.
how patient of a runner. Like he was the most. It was irritating how patient he was as a running back.
The Titans taking Elijah Moore, the receiver from Ole Miss. Seeing who comes off. Okay, so off the board after the Jags pick at 25, according to Peter King, is Samuel Cosme, the tackle from Texas, Elijah Moore from Mississippi, Tyson Campbell, the corner from Georgia. I'd rather the other corner. Jermaine Davis, the linebacker from Kentucky. Travis Etienne going 30 to the Bills. Landon Dickerson going 31 to the Ravens. And Christian Barmore going 32.
Etienne on the Bills, that's a fit too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if the Bills play it right, they're going to be tough for a while.
If Josh Allen doesn't go back to
Did you know
sucking?
I saw something the other day comparing the rushing stats of Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
It's not far off.
I think Josh Allen's ahead, like touchdown-wise. Like, significantly.
Touchdown-wise. But like,
Josh Allen's fast, though.
Yeah.
He's a much better athlete, and he's huge. Huge. That's the only one that I've seen. That's the only mock that I've seen that when I read the Jags, I was like, no, I don't want him. And I don't know anything about him. But you can give me Christian Barmore. Cool. You can give me the corner from Virginia Tech. If he falls, I'm good with that. You can even give me like one of the offensive tackles. I'm good with that. I don't know why. I don't know anything about him, but I don't want the edge rusher from Penn State.
I don't want anybody from Penn State recently. And this is no knock on the Mangler or my guy Willie Smith. It's mainly I just think these guys are inflated with their numbers. If you lie to me about your 40, you'll lie to me about anything.
That's sacred.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything that's not just sacred?
By the way, 8 rushing touchdowns for Josh Allen, 7 for Lamar. But yards-wise, this was last season. Lamar had 1,005 and Allen 420.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Lamar went over 1,000 again?
I didn't even remember him doing that.
I know he did the year before. I didn't know he did it this past year.
But here's the thing. He didn't have 1,000 passing yards last year.
Yes, he did.
I'm about to say, you're a jerk.
They got him back there running the wishbone. Yeah, well, I'm going to find like some other mocks as we go through the week here that are going through. Should we get our guys come in?
Yeah, performance
enhanced Jacks talk. Should I hit them up?
We're
only here on Wednesday.
We only got one day, so like, can they come out late?
Yeah, I'll see. We'll see if we can do that. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I don't care about the second one. If you gave me, I said last week, I'd like to be all defense. But if you said, okay, it's going to be one offensive guy, then give me the top running. If one of those 2 running backs is still left, then give me that. And I know the first round running back's not a thing, but if that's the model in the NFL is to have 2 running backs and you're bringing in a franchise quarterback and the top receivers are gone, I feel like that's how you impact and help him immediately best. It's really your second round pick. You've already had your first. You know what I mean? Like, it's not.
I think they draft so high in the second that.
I think if they're still there, they'll be there in the second.
Right. But I guess it's a flip a coin moment. So, like, what's more important? You got to pick where's the run going to happen. More than likely, the run's going to happen online. If you believe that there's a talented one, as opposed to running back.
And you made a good point a couple weeks ago about that next tier of running back. There's a lot of talent there. I can talk myself out of it.
If you told me it was a Sermon,
Trey Sermon, you got the kid from Oklahoma State.
I like the kid.
Chuba?
Yeah. I liked him before the season started.
The kid from Mississippi State is like Kylan Hill. Is that what it is?
Two guys from North Carolina.
The Memphis kid.
It's a lot of guys out there that can fit a system, especially if you need him as a utility back. You've got your guy that you want to give your 20 to 25 carries to.
Mm-hmm.
This other guy, you want to be able to take some of the load off, but at the same time,
if they draft a quarterback at the end of the first round, don't you think he would start over a running back? Don't you think he would start over James Robinson?
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Not at all.
I mean, I think they'd split the reps, but
they would like give him quality stuff, but they were only like James did he was what, third in rushing?
Yeah, something like that.
Like something like that. You don't bench a guy like that unless like he shows you something really, really bad.
563 says, man, I love Zaven Collins. What he has potential to be. What do you think about getting your quarterback on both sides? The ball in the first round Thursday. But you've already got your Mike, though. You just paid him last year.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, I like Zaven Collins too, but I don't think I wouldn't hate the pick, but it's not necessarily your biggest position of need.
My problem is who's the nose going to be if we're running the 3 down?
I think they're going to go hybrid 3-4-4-3. So I don't know.
Okay.
But the kid from Ohio State last year.
But even then, I need another dominant D tackle.
Yeah, I agree.
More than I need. And my dominant D tackle will make the way for my Mike linebacker play to increase.
Correct. And that's why I think if Christian Barmore's still there
take him
at 25, I don't think it's just you got to take. I think they will. I think that's the guy that they take if he's still there. Well, we'll see. We're 3 days away from knowing exactly that. Let's take a break. When we come back, what is it, 8 o'clock, right? Yeah, dang, it's flying by. 8 o'clock coming up next.
Even more Jaguars. Listen to the Tommy Mac podcast with Tom McManus and Campo and Joe with Dave Campo and Joe C. Find these original podcasts at 1010XL.com or on Twitter at 1010XL.
After such an extraordinary year, it's time to celebrate the most extraordinary member of the family, Mom. Diamonds Direct invites you to join us as we say cheers to the mothers in our lives. For this Mother's Day, we've put together an exceptional collection of affordable and meaningful gifts for any budget. Birthstone rings, stackable rings, eternity bands, pearls, elegant diamond pendants, and of course, stunning diamond earrings. So cheers to you, Mom, for being such an incredible partner, for learning to be a teacher in the past year, for keeping the family healthy and safe, for always putting everything else first. This year, more than ever, she deserves a gift that's anything but ordinary. And at Diamonds Direct, that's our specialty. Timeless gifts of jewelry that she can enjoy and cherish for decades to come. Why not surprise her with a bigger diamond for her ring? Come let the experts at Diamonds Direct help you find that remarkable gift that says, cheers, Mom, for all your remarkable efforts over the last year. Diamonds Direct, off Town Center Parkway, next to the Hyatt.
Tobacco-free Florida knows how hard it is to quit nicotine, which is why we offer different quit options to choose from for free, like 24/7 quit coaches available over the phone, free online resources, and free 2-week starter kits of quit aids. We're even experimenting with 80s pop music.
You know it's time, no more cigarettes and you'll be fine. A full commitment to quit is the plan. Time to get the back of your head. It's the perfect time for you to quit and say, I'm giving you up, giving you up, giving you up. I'm letting you go, I'm letting you never coming back to smoke. Never coming back to smoke. I'll never come back. I'm giving you up, giving you up, giving you up. I'm letting you go, I'm letting you never coming back to smoke. I'll never come back to smoke. Never coming back.
The singing, are we 100% on that, or you're not going to use it? Good. Maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
Kitchens controlled by your voice. Sneakers that track your steps. AI-powered homes. In a world full of things you never thought possible, here's one more. Now you can get Allstate's quality insurance at an affordable rate when you bundle your home and auto. With Allstate, you can lower your rates, not your expectations. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company, Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company, and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is your Mad Dad's Update with Chapter President Donald Ford. Mad Dad's is asking for good, committed men who want to be part of an organization that has been around for 17 years. We are a group that is part of the solution, not the problem. We are a group that don't stand around murmuring and complaining, but get into action and hit the streets to get the community to break the code of silence to remove the murderers off our streets. We do not require a lot of time, just willing and able bodies to get involved. We've had far too many murders this year already not to get involved. If you want to be part of this great organization, call 904-718-1649. We're looking for men, not men acting like boys. Hit me on Facebook and tell me what you think. For information about Mad Dad, go to Mad Dad Jacksonville chapter Facebook or MadDadJacksonville.com.
Home of the Jaguars, WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach, WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Pickett here, and I'm getting the itch to de-junk and do some major spring cleaning. Problem is, I just can't throw anything away. Next comes the zero-res truck to clean the carpets, the sofa, the tile, the rug, everything. Right now, have 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129, or have 2 rooms of tile clean for $129. And why not both? Zero-res, man. Spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zerorec. Zero-res.
Hey, how about happy hour again at Mr. Chubby's Wings?
Mr. Chubby's? Don't they have a brand new location?
Heck yes. They just opened a 3rd location in Ponte Vedra, and they still have our favorite happy hour prices.
Wow, can't beat those prices. So yeah, let's chub it up again in Ponte Vedra.
See all their specials at MrChubby'sWings.com. Locations on Fleming Island, the West Side, and now Ponte Vedra Beach. Mr. Chubby's Wings, before the game, after the game, and during the game.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
You mad, bro?
1010XL 92.5 FM. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hate out.
Gotta let it breathe. Gotta let it breathe. 8 o'clock. Brought to you by greenacresporting.com. Green Acres Sporting Goods here in Jacksonville, Florida, off of Normandy, is like Toys R Us for the outdoor enthusiast or the gun owner. I went in.
Bro, Toys R Us went bankrupt.
Well, I'm just using the idea, like kids in the toy store. It's still an amazing.
Okay,
like
I got you.
My kids,
I don't want you to like.
No, yeah, I don't want people. They're not going bankrupt anytime soon. Like they've been around since like 1970 or something like that. But like my son performed well in I-9 to go to Toys R Us.
Gotcha.
That's really how we got him being an elite athlete. He knew it started with soccer. If I scored 3 goals, I get whatever toy I want.
Whatever toy.
Whatever. Like, I mean, he was like 4 then.
So if he'd have busted out the Jeep.
Yeah, but he wasn't interested. So he was going and getting like Paw Patrol, like the set.
Okay.
Which my mom would have never bought me. But
what's a Paw Patrol set?
Set you back. Like it was like $50, $56.
Whoa. Damn.
Listen, I wanted him to understand that when you perform at an elite level, you
get the best.
You get the best.
So what's Legos? What is that?
You can go get an AR-15,
right? So like right now,
what my parents would always complain about, and they'd like never want to buy them.
Yeah,
was Legos.
No, he got tons of Legos.
But how much is Legos?
I don't. To be honest with you, I don't.
They have a Lego store.
I heard they're a lot.
Now, one cool thing about Legos, is that the last Christmas party we had, we did the little Lego thing.
Oh, that's right.
So we cleaned up.
It's an XL Christmas party.
Cleaned up. Right. Took about 5 sets home.
Skip that.
And all that kind of stuff. But
so if he scores 3 touchdowns, you taking him to Green Acres?
He scored 3 touchdowns last week, so I could have if he would have asked. But he's into Fortnite bucks and whatever they call it. And
what is the age you will teach your son gun safety? That's an important question in the South. Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, he can't shoot what I was playing with today, but like the kickback would like harm all of us.
Slowly to the wall.
But it was some cool stuff. Go check them out.
You talk to him about us doing a Friday night show there?
I sure did not. But Z, they listen. Z, we'll be talking to you about doing a Friday night show there.
I'll be texting you.
Yeah, I'll text you and we'll get this.
In fact, consider this our asking.
Right. We're asking
That way
to
we
do
don't
a
have to
Friday night
text.
show.
Yeah.
So let me know. Speaking of, like, I guess this could correlate with Green Acres.
Okay.
The city. My 8 o'clock is the city of Chicago.
The whole city.
The entire city.
Okay.
Maybe
Even
Their pizza is terrible.
Well,
No, it's
let me
not
rephrase
terrible.
that. Like, I don't like.
That is not.
What do you eat it with a fork?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
I judge them and their other choices based upon the information that I found out yesterday.
Okay.
It shook me to my core.
Okay.
But it also made me understand.
Okay.
Why? Why violence has been a part of Chicago since before Al Capone.
Because
Like,
it's so damn cold.
but no, that's part of it. They're malnourished. The people eat penitentiary plates and they pose it as soul food. See, before I get into this, let me explain what soul food is. It's a Southern staple, but it's called soul food because it's supposed to be made with love.
Okay.
Like, some of the scraps were taken and they were made, and these women and men toiled over this and they poured their heart into making sure that their family had something savory, edible, and delicious to eat.
Okay.
Particularly on Sundays. And this is a tradition that's gone on in the South. White, black, whatever you want to be out, we all enjoy a good plate of soul food.
Soul food is soul food.
As we're talking right now, you're having visions of collard greens, macaroni and cheese, fried chicken, you name it. Go to Soul Food Bistro if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Like, they do a pretty decent job of that. Limas are great. I had a Hoppin' John the other day, which
What is that?
It's a fancy way to say black eyed peas. Black eyed peas and rice. But the place that I went to, they don't pay us, so I'm not going to give them props. I had Hoppin' John there. Well, when I looked at Chicago on Twitter and this thing went viral, and before I thought, I like to look at stuff to see if it's, maybe it's just a spoof thing. Maybe people are being sarcastic. But there were people like really giving lists of restaurants that were like really and like that served this dish. And the reason why I call it a penitentiary plate is because it reminds me of it was, to its credit, it was a lot more delicious looking than what you would get in a penitentiary.
Okay.
But still, it's a piece of corn.
It was on the tray.
It was on a plate.
Okay.
A piece of corn? As in like corn on the cob?
Like corn on the cob.
Yeah, one kernel.
Corn on the cob, mashed potatoes with some gravy, and hamburger steak.
Sounds delicious.
Not a problem with the plate. Even if like, I have no problem with the plate.
You did gravy on the hamburgers?
They did, yes. So
Is that what you do?
I really don't. Yeah. I don't have a problem with the plate per se. What I have a problem is with the description of what was on said plate.
Okay.
They're like, where can I find more soul food in Chicago like this? Like, out of all the places that you're showing in Chicago,
You're saying that shouldn't be the standard.
if somebody cooked that for me and I was hungry, I'd be like, on a Tuesday, I'm appreciative of that. Thank you so much for making me not even a full.
Kind of sounds like something you heat up in the microwave.
Yeah, not a hungry man plate. Like, remember the old fancy? So
okay, I'm looking at it right now.
and it doesn't look like, I'm not mad at it. It's not like the first, like if you said James,
What are you on Twitter?
I need James. What Chicago soul food? Give me your best plate. And I showed you this.
And it's the Chicago History Twitter account.
And I'm like,
this is our history.
And I'm like,
this plain ass plate.
So when I looked at it, I thought about what happens when I'm hungry. I get mad when I'm hungry. I get angry. So if, let's say, the entire south side of Chicago is eating like this could explain why things happen. Like, somebody got shot in the drive-thru. They were taking too long in the drive-thru. The man was hungry. He was malnourished. He needed something different. He needed sustenance. You know what you're not doing when you eat a healthy plate. Like on Saturday,
you're not killing ops.
I had Soul Food Bistro. We had I had yams, cabbage, macaroni, double mac, and double fried chicken. Do you know what I did after I ate that? I went to sleep. I wasn't going.
You know what you're doing after you eat
I wasn't making my way downtown, walking fast, trying to push somebody's weight back.
Ops.
I wasn't killing ops.
You know what you do after you eat this?
You go
order another meal.
You order another meal, and you're mad that you're out in the street. Somebody cuts you off, and now you have to shoot them.
And who cuts
I
into
had to
their
do
or
it.
who scoops their mashed potatoes like that?
Also, the corn looks
You see it?
There's no seasoning on the corn.
seasoned.
Well, the meat
anything
looks
really.
hideous.
I mean, my saving grace for the meat is that it got an onion in it, so that means maybe they did something with it. Maybe the gravy saves it.
It's kind of got an onion. It's got like
I'll say this: the gravy looks delicious.
the gravy.
That's why I'm
looks
hoping the
amazing.
gravy
Yeah.
saves the burnt. But my point is,
I'm actually kind of hungry now.
it's like me saying, man, I'm in Panama or something, like Panama, the country. And I'm like, man, why can't I find more Spanish dishes like this? And it's like one piece of fried chicken and a kernel of rice or something like that, like a grain of rice. Like it doesn't, I know it's the Midwest, but there was a great migration. A lot of people from the South. Granny didn't leave the South in the lynchings and the fire bombings to come up there and for you to eat that. She didn't make sacrifices for you for that. And I'm grateful. My family is all up north, but they came from the South. I am grateful that I never had to encounter anything like that. And Trenton, New Jersey is violent too. But I would have never, it would have been way more violent if that's what we had to eat. Like, no wonder. You want to know about how to stop the war on crime, or you want to stop things. You want Chicago to be more peaceful. There doesn't need to be any more marches, no more legislation. Get mad dads.
Get them a full stomach.
And 11
Put some
women to come up
seasoning
there
on
and
that
cook
corn.
these people some damn meals.
That would be like if I posted a picture of like one tortilla shell with like some white rice and black beans in it, and be like, best Mexican here in
Like when I
Jackson.
talked about Mexican French dip, you didn't see that. You saw something that was delicious. You're like, damn, I kind of want to mess with that.
Mm-hmm.
That made me never want to go to Chicago. If that's the soul food of Chicago, I'm cool. I really do want to eat a Chicago pie, but I can go around the Carmines and get close enough. I'm going to need some soul food.
Carmine's is so good. 563's right. Like, who stands their corn up like that too?
That is odd.
Terrorist.
Yep.
That's my issue.
That's what
how
stands it up like that.
the fork is positioned.
James's tweet making fun of that tweet got more likes than the original tweet.
Chief Keef, a rapper who raps about shooting people all the time, stands his corn up like that. A dangerous individual who needs to be arrested and away from civilians stands their corn up like that. Who gives somebody that little piece of corn on a homemade plate? That's the other part. Why can't you get a whole
It's a fancy
cob?
plate too, bro. That's like China. That's.
And where's the bread?
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do with the leftover gravy?
A lot of issues.
A lot of the world's issues come down with food.
A lot of issues.
People are starving out here. And that's why they commit these crimes. And I'm concerned.
699 says maybe that's why Jordan played so angry.
Well, at least now we have the answer to these problems.
It's a start.
Yeah.
Do you know what they're going to do?
I hope Mayor Lightfoot
Nothing.
is listening.
No. I think she probably loves penitentiary plates too. She dresses so
She's
weird.
such an odd-looking human,
Yeah.
if I can call her that.
Right.
Gremlin. Okay, I have a 8 o'clock because I just got clickbaited.
Oh.
Kyler Murray announced he will now be playing 2 sports professionally. So I'm like, dude, is he gonna try this? No. He's just announced that he is officially FaZe, FaZeK1. FaZe Clan may not be increase the average height in the organization, but they did add a Heisman winner and a legit gamer. So he is now playing online Madden professionally.
Bro, listen.
That's a new.
Y'all get ready.
They talked about esports four or 5 years ago taking over, and now
I had a proposal.
They got one of the quarterbacks from the NFL.
No, listen, man. I had a proposal presented to me about a facility. I don't want to give too much because I may actually do it.
A Madden facility.
But part of the facility is like a 50 setup esport arena.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
they have an esports arena. They're talking about making esports a college, like a
is.
college sport, NCAA sports.
It is here.
Wait,
JJ,
for
it is
only
here
50
to
people
stay.
though?
To be, yeah, I don't know. To
It's
be
probably
played,
For 50 people to be
They'll probably
playing or
Twitch it.
watching?
I have no idea.
Oh,
It was a staple of the facility though. Like it was like the
You don't
drawing
need
was
your
dope.
dude.
They have beefs.
Oh no, fake.
They have like sets and things.
Well, they have clans apparently.
Esports scares me because all of these really intense athletes are getting into it, and it's starting at a younger and younger age.
It's supposed to be a beta thing. We don't need our alphas getting involved in these.
Apparently, my
video
son
games.
hates getting sniped.
Well, who
In
does
Fortnite? He's gotten the last fight he got into was because somebody kept sniping him. And apparently he just blacked out and just jumped on the kid.
Oh, you mean in the same room?
They were in the same house. And the kid kept sniping him. So he went over there. He said, I done told you, stop sniping him. And then apparently he just jumped on him like a spider monkey. And they had to pull him off.
That's actually really funny.
And then I
thought you were
found
talking
out about it. And I'm
somebody
like,
online.
so here it is. Somebody's telling me, hey, James, did you talk to Trey? It's like, nah, I haven't talked to Trey. He's like, Trey got in a fight. And I'm like, yes. Because he does, this is
over a girl, right?
Trey is a talker. He will fight, but like he's not like Killer Kai. Kai's ready to fight anything at any given moment.
Fade on sight.
At 2. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. Like, I got to figure this out, but I got time. He's not talking yet, so whatever. But I'm like, wow, what did he do? And he's like, well, apparently the guy kept sniping him in Fortnite, and he decided that he went. And so my pride went from here. It went down a little bit, and I had to talk to him. I'm like, son, I have no problem with you fighting, right? That happens. But I don't want you fighting over video games.
Video games.
That's not good. That's not cool. We need to calm that down.
I'll tell you what, y'all, we better change. I mean, go to Google Images and type in esports arenas.
I've seen the ones in Asia.
Vast, right?
Yeah. They're being put up all over the place.
You're watching other people play video games when you could just be like, the thing about watching professional athletes is that I could never be that. I could never do as well as
But I think some of these guys that play these games, man, they know all the glitches.
That's true.
They know
right.
all these things.
Some of the
But I could
there's people
play the
making
game.
millions on YouTube from people watching them play these games. Millions and streaming, and like a high percentage of the professional athletes now, they stream themselves playing video games.
T-Pain has become even more relevant now because of Twitch and playing video games.
T-Pain?
Yeah, the rapper.
Is he back?
He's on Twitch.
Oh my God. So wait, he's famous to people from playing video games. That's actually good.
Well, no,
so
making music too. They like his music. But like he's making beats and stuff and putting it on Twitch streams. But
like how do you auto-tune video game?
That would be actually kind of clutch.
It's here to stay, though. Y'all might as well get used to it.
It is.
Yeah. And I'm going to embrace it. So if somebody wants to...
So you're building a video game facility.
You know how much these facilities are to build, bro? If somebody's going to give me that kind of money and they want an esports arena in it, you know what's
you
going to be in
got one.
it? Yeah.
An esports arena.
It's going to be an esports arena. No doubt. I'll have these jokers walking around as much as they want.
Can we fund a team? Like, I don't need to play, but I would love to be a GM.
I think these are
you guys could be co-presidents.
Remember, Keiki was telling us that he was trying to he was trying to.
Yeah, I do remember. And
there was a tryout. Like, how do I say this? Like,
they played video games in front of him.
It's like
he played.
Video games. Like he created a character like on NBA, and then he's trying out his player to make a team on the video game.
Oh, his created player.
And then then they have a coach,
and
I'm like,
wow.
He was legit. Like
I want to be the coach.
I'm be honest with you. Like I don't care if my
better.
son does this. I don't want to live this life. I don't want to be here. I can embrace it. If I can figure out how to make money off of it, cool. But I don't want to be in this situation where I'm having conversations with people. Like oh man, I can't make this. I got practice at 5. Oh, cool. Where you guys practicing at? You going up to the Fort Hood Park? You going up to you going up to the north side? Nah, I'm at home.
My mom.
But you're saying you're playing basketball. But nah, it's I gotta get on the game at 5:00 and we got a scrimmage. What?
My mom usually makes SpaghettiOs before practice.
Yeah. Hey, Mom, more meatloaf.
Hey, he just texted us and said he almost made it.
We have to break.
You lost the imaginary basketball.
Almost.
Wait, before we break, is this true? 699 says, doesn't 1010 have an esports radio show?
What?
Probably.
Is that true?
We used to. That used to come on like after our show, way late at night, but we don't do that anymore.
Oh,
we grew it up.
Mm-hmm. We have what's his name? Southern Sports Tonight guy. Chuck Oliver.
Oh, Chuck Oliver.
Somebody's texting you about Tony Brackens too. I don't really know what this is about, but
he's a great player.
Yeah, he's trying. Anyway, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get it. I want to hear about. There's a good question on the text line about Saturday night and what it meant for the city and Lot J potential and stuff like that. I want to get into just what happened Saturday night, the national attention it got, the celebrities that were there, just the overall experience. We'll do that coming up next.
Turn on the radio.
In your car, 92.5 FM and 1010 AM.
Would you like to drive for a while?
In your house, at the beach, on your phone, at the gym, on vacation, out of town.
Well, everyone knows that.
Download our free 1010XL app for all smart devices.
Hey Jacksonville, Safety Tom here with Remedy Staff. Concerned about keeping your family safe during these difficult times? We are as well. Wash your hands frequently. Self-monitor. If you have symptoms, self-isolate to keep friends, family, and coworkers safe. Need a doctor? Don't just show up. Give them a heads up. Call the COVID hotline for guidance at 1-866-779-6121. These are just a few quick safety tips from Remedy Staffing, keeping you, your family, friends, coworkers, and our healthcare workers safe in Jacksonville.
Tax problems can be extremely stressful and cause financial devastation. The tax attorneys at J. David Tax Law are right here in Jacksonville to be your personal advocate and resolve your IRS or state sales tax issues. J. David Tax Law focuses on your needs and case outcomes. Don't be fooled by out-of-town tax companies that focus only on signing you up without even working with an attorney. At J. David Tax Law, only highly experienced tax attorneys will represent you. If you have federal or state sales tax debt, payroll taxes, bank levies, wage garnishments, tax liens, or unfiled returns, have a sit-down with J. David Tax Law and get the help you need. Never trust your tax situation to anyone you can't walk in and look in the eye. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 904-507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or go to jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away.
In 1921, U.S. Marine Corps surgeon Dr. Robert McKeever established the first urologic practice in Florida, the McKeever Clinic. I'm Dr. West. 100 years later, we continue to carry on his life's work in providing complete urologic care in Jacksonville. We have 13 board-certified urologists with many areas of expertise to provide the highest level of care for both men and women. Visit McKeeverClinic.com to learn more about how we can help. McKeever Clinic, innovators in urologic care since 1921.
Claude Nolan Cadillac respects your time and strives to make every visit a pleasure. Customers come back because you're not just a customer, you're part of the family. Don't forget about their service department with 10 master technicians. The only Cadillac dealership in the area with a body shop and can fix any make or model. Claude Nolan Cadillac, Jacksonville's Cadillac dealer for 116 years. Near the town center off JTB on Southside Boulevard and Gate Parkway. Begin your lasting relationship at Claude Nolan Cadillac.
Hey, April is Financial Literacy Month. Did you know the number one thing that wrecks your credit is missed payments? Whether it's a credit card, car loan, or even JEA, missing just one payment dings your credit score for years. If you're struggling, reach out to your creditors before you miss a payment, not after. Most will work with you. This is brought to you by One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union. Get more great financial tips at 121fcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
You'll hear Pete Prisco, senior NFL writer for CBS Sports, every Friday on The Frangie Show, brought to you by Showtime, Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Though no longer little, teens still need a lot of love. Yet teens in foster care have a harder time finding it, as 82% of foster families are home to kids 12 or younger. You can positively impact a teen's life as a foster parent. With help from Family Support Services of North Florida, you provide patience, love, and understanding, and Family Support Services will offer specialized training, resources, and a community of support. Take the next step at foster-now.org. That's foster-now.org.
Did you know that for every inch of rain on a 2,000 square foot roof, 1,500 gallons come off the eaves of the roof? Call Clearwater Seamless Gutters and Drainage, and we'll design a plan using our Clearwater Seamless Gutters, and we'll connect those gutters to a Clearwater drainage system to solve your erosion and standing water issues.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters.
And drainage too.
SeamlessGuttersJacksonville.com. Tobacco-free Florida knows how hard it is to quit nicotine, which is why we offer different quit options to choose from for free, like 24/7 quit coaches available over the phone and free 2-week starter kits of quit aids. We're even experimenting with 80s pop music.
I'm giving you up, giving you up, giving you up. I'm letting you go, I'm letting you never come back to smoke. Never come back to smoke. I'll never come back. I'm giving you up.
Or maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
It is the Sports Den, brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Draft week, make sure you get there. Text line's been good tonight. I haven't read a bunch of them. I'll get to that in just a little bit. So y'all were both at the UFC fight on Saturday night. I didn't even watch it. I saw all the Twitter stuff, but man, I can't stay up like that.
Yeah, you gotta my day was long.
Yeah, you told me about that earlier, man. You ain't young anymore, bro.
Yeah, it was. I was hydrating, and then I had to get some coffee in me, and I got my second win. And then once you get into that crowd though, the energy is on.
So I didn't watch it on live TV. Obviously, I saw the highlights like everybody else. I followed on Twitter, all that kind of stuff. It looked like the field was just electric.
Mm-hmm. It was crazy. No matter where you were, and I guess because where we were at was pretty, we were pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
And you look up, and especially when you're looking across and up, you just see everybody's yelling, chanting, cheering. This is funny because the women, they look like 7-year-olds fighting each other, 7-year-old boys fighting each other. Just they're small.
Mm-hmm.
And the one was from the USA, and I knew she was going to win, not from any breakdown or anything like that. She came in the gospel music, man. I was like, yo, that's weird. That's a weird flex, man. I'm not knocking anybody's religion, but literally nobody's coming in to praise and worship music.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the Chinese girl actually beat her previously.
Really? So they had fought before?
Yes. No.
Rain Man's shaking his head.
No. I don't know.
Rain Man just.
But I do know
no, you're wrong.
So what was the other girl fight? Was that a rematch then? The one right before it?
With the girl was 5 foot?
It was.
In
because they
yellow?
showed the highlights of the fight that they had before. And she had her face wrecked.
Oh, well, if that was the case,
maybe they were just showing another fight, but the Chinese girl had just won the championship.
But there was a lot of fans there that obviously knew what they were watching, and they knew the piece. So it really is like wrestling, but there's no. Well, we feel like there's no premeditated outcomes. It's literally they just do a better job of scripting and developing rivalries, and I think that's what Dana White did a good job. So it was a great vibe, great atmosphere. People were really friendly, and a lot of people listen to our show. I don't know. Did you get stopped, JJ?
No.
Or do people not? That's why we gotta get JJ a camera,
mm-hmm.
so that people can recognize who JJ is.
No, I would rather not be stopped.
I'm going in and somebody yelled at me. I talked to him because you were excited to talk to me,
mm-hmm.
but you were obviously up in the box level. You were yelling at me. You were talking to me. I don't know who you were. Not because I'm big leaguing you. I need glasses really, really bad, bro. I can't see little facial details that far. I got to be able to even watching the fight, I was watching the big screen.
I'm gonna tell you, our show's going off, bro. And everywhere I go, people listen. It's awesome.
And then I was trying to leave, and then a couple guys stopped, and I appreciate it. Thank you for listening. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna always tell you that, but
I'll say this. There was I've always heard UFC fans, they're not sports fans. It's not the same. And I understand totally what they mean. It had a WWE vibe. James was saying. These guys knew all the chants. They had the people they liked, the baby face, and then they had the people they didn't like, the heel. And it was like, yes, I can see exactly what people mean when they say that.
So today,
unfortunately, they didn't like Usman, who obviously from the get was going to beat the brakes off dude. Like, that was clear as day from the ring walk. The song that he came out with was amazing.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but I have to find it.
It was the prayer from DMX. I come to you hungry and tired.
Masvidal came out to.
Oh, you talking about Usman?
Yeah,
he came out to. Oh, I thought that was just some Kenyan thing.
Yeah, it was.
It was some drum.
Nigerian nightmare.
My bad. Really apologize. Don't want to get that crossed up.
But he was from Texas.
Well, no, his people are really from there.
Yeah.
But he repping Dallas, Texas. I get it. Like, I think it was more so the U.S. thing. Masvidal, he's Cuban, but he's American, and like he's from Florida.
That's what I wanted him to.
And I like Masvidal. I like Masvidal. Like, I just didn't like him in this fight. Like, I just felt
he immediately from the get, you were like, oh my God, he's gonna get wrecked.
Like,
was
just
it
too reckless.
Was it what you guys expected? More than you expected?
It was better than I expected because they were so cool with no social distancing, no mask, none of that. They didn't give a damn about none of that, bro. It was just like old times.
I
was expecting them to be like, wear a mask inside, and then like, if you're sitting around people who didn't care, it's fine. But I was expecting them to give me a hassle, but they didn't give a damn.
Not just that. At all sporting events, there are people who sneak all kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot
hella
of
weed smoke.
Hella weed in that bad boy.
Yeah.
And when we're in the club,
we were right. Our section was right by the smoking section outside, so you could.
So like they were just like, it was just a really. I'm like, wow, y'all really laxed.
Yeah,
because
I was actually like mad at myself for not bringing my pen.
Facts. I can see your pen, but like this wasn't no pen. These guys were smoking cones.
Blunts.
There was blunts being rolled, and it was Here's what I want to know. Like, this is the only critique I have of UFC, and they didn't have to do it, to their defense, but it would have been nice if they would have gone to the local media, sports media, let us kind of promote it, have some of the guys, because it would have helped us and all of us, the entire city, with the national recognition. And I would have liked to see me and my guys, JJ included. Like, I feel we're not like on a national scale as
you're saying you wanted to interview a fighter after he lost.
Not just that.
You wanted to be.
I wanted to be on the floor.
Oh, next to Brady. I mean, if Blaine Gabbert can sit on the floor, you
Blaine
can sit on the floor.
Like,
where was Tom Brady?
On the floor.
He was next to Gabbert.
Where was Tim Tebow?
On the floor
with all them. My girlfriend, who didn't know anything about all of that, she was like, "Oh my God, is that Anuel?" I was like, "Who the hell is Anuel?"
Who's Anuel?
He was some Spanish guy that came out with Masvidal and was sitting there.
There was like, they got better seats than even some of the current UFC guys. So they put them in like the C of, all right, Guns and Hoses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guns and Hoses has where Tebow and them was where we would sit when we're judging.
Okay.
But then the VIP tables, that's where other normal people were at. But like if you're like on the 10th row, you ain't on that floor level, you can't see unless you're standing up. So that's where like the regular people. But I just want to. There was some internet guy who was funny, Drewski. But come on, man.
I want to ask. I gotta ask. So
put big game down there.
Man, big down there. If Drewski down there.
Are you complaining about the free tickets you got?
That's not what I'm complaining about. That was very well thought of.
That were like 5 rows up.
Our seats were so dope, dude.
Yeah, I'm just
mine were 3.
You were in the area where you almost got Masvidal's jacket.
No, the fat guy got Masvidal's jacket.
He did.
And then let me tell you what this idiot did. And I don't care if you listen to it. I don't care if you post it, because I have the pictures. I just haven't gotten to posting. The fat guy who looks like he got a piece of candy over here, happy about the large jacket that he'll never get into. Here's why I'm mad at fat guy in a little coat. This man had somebody offer him a stack.
What?
Cash. Out in his, like, I'll pay you $1,000. Like, people were like bidding for it.
He didn't take it,
bro. He's like, no.
No way!
No.
That would have paid for his ticket plus
I'm like,
the $15 beers.
$1,000. I don't know if the girl was his or if he was trying to be like, because I guess if Masvidal would have won, it may be like, but what are you going to do with it? Are you going to wear it?
It's certainly not worth
It's
$1,000.
not a jersey.
On the internet, you wouldn't.
It would have been gone. Now, I want to circle back around to something, though, because let's circle back around to the Whole Lot J project.
Hold on. We have to break. We should talk about that coming back. We are very far behind.
Okay. All right. We'll get to that coming up next.
I want you to promise me something. I want you to play life just like you played that game today. So when that final buzzer of life goes off, you'll have no regrets.
1010XL.
Hey, it's Greg, and I'm sure by now you've heard me talk about the free Get Upside mobile app where you can get easy cash back up to 25 cents a gallon just buying gas. Plus, with special promo code 1010XL, you can earn an extra 25 cents a gallon cash back on your first tank. It adds up quick, and it's easy money. Plus, who couldn't use a little extra cash coming in right now? Now, I've been talking about Get Upside for a few months and using it for over a year, and I can assure you, it's legit, it's easy, it works, and Get Upside truly pays. They just crossed the milestone of $100 million cash back earned in America. And clearly the Googans are using the Get Upside app because there's over $2.5 million cash back earned right here in Jacksonville. So if you haven't signed up yet, what are you waiting for? Give it a try this week. Download the free Get Upside mobile app on Apple or Android. Use promo code 1010XL for an extra 25 cents a gallon on your first tank. Get Upside and get paid back every time you buy gas.
Hacker here. Peninsula Pest Control will tell you that fleas can enter your home on your pets, or even on your own shoes. Treating them correctly and breaking their life cycle is the only way to control fleas both inside and outside in the yard. Call Peninsula today, 389-3491 for a free consultation, or go online to crittergetter.com. Ask about the $30 discount on new services. Remember, Peninsula is your critter getter.
Wakehouse Air Conditioning wants you. Are you a service technician or residential installer? Tired of working long hours for short pay and not appreciated? Stop. Call or text 880-5529 right now. Wakehouse has the highest paid technicians and installers in the city. They're an equal opportunity employer that offers full benefits, paid holidays, retirement plan, best pay, and the best work-life balance. Join your forever home at Wakehouse AC. You're worth it. 880-5529. License CAC 1813879.
We have big rolls of carpet, hardwood too, laminates, hot air rocks for you.
At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man.
Our prices are low, 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 low.
At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man.
Don't delay, we'll put it in next day.
At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man.
Y'all don't see us now, you hear?
At the Carpet Man, at the Carpet Man.
Visit one of our mega flooring stores or go to carpetman.biz or
call 838-6705, the Carpet Man.
Homeowners, did you know that hurricane season starts June 1st and some storms form as early as May? The folks at Universal Roof and Contracting urge you to get your roof inspected before the season to make sure there are no issues. Let them be part of your readiness plan and schedule your free roof inspection today. Act now and get 15% off your new roof. Call 855-ROOF for help or visit universalroof.com. Not applicable on insurance job. License number CCC 1330747, CBC 1258484.
Jaguars fans, are you excited about draft day? Get in on the action. Enter the TIAA Bank Meet the Pick sweepstakes today for your chance to win a special meet and greet experience with the Jaguars draft pick. Learn more at TIAABank.com/meetthepick. No purchase required to enter or win and will not increase your chances of winning. Open to legal residents of 50 United States and DC 18 years and older. Entry period from March 29, 2021 through April 29, 2021. To enter and for official rules, price description, odds of winning, and other details, visit TIAABank.com/meetthepick. Sponsor and administrator, TIAA Bank, a division of TIAA FSB.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Chappell here, serial entrepreneur. Doing payroll is no longer a headache for our customer, Jeff. I've used various payroll providers in the past, and none can hold a candle to Patriot Software. Their software is ridiculously easy to use. The support staff is knowledgeable and courteous. I am very excited that Patriot Software files my tax forms for me, not just providing the forms like other payroll companies do. As a business owner, managing payroll has been a long-time headache that I no longer struggle with, thanks to Patriot Software. I definitely rate your company 5 out of 5 stars. Go to patriotsoftware.com to get your payroll pricing for up to 100 employees. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll processing free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
patriotsoftware.com. Accounting and payroll. Keep your time and money.
When a high school student does well in athletics and academics, they deserve a pat on the back. Meet the High School Scholar Athlete of the Week. Wednesdays on The Frenchie Show. Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
I couldn't hear you.
Never mind.
All right. Good. Okay. Sorry. So UFC, let's stay on that. UFC Saturday night, everybody, the Jag guys were talking about it today. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's asking, hey, when's it going to come back? Dana White says, look, we're just going to hop around Florida for a little bit because the state's dope, man. Like, everything feels normal. Regardless of what your view is on that, like, you can't even argue that it was a major success. Would it have been, is it a good advertisement for something has to happen at Lodge J?
Yeah. And it's not for, like Lenny just said, they can't go out and say, see if we would have been like, that's not the cool thing to do. The next administration, obviously, this was set before, could say, hey, this is a missed opportunity because JJ, you can correct me if I'm wrong. If 15,200 people were there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I promise you.
Was it that many?
Yeah, that's what I mean. 10,000 would have stayed to go do something else if it were in easily accessible.
Dude,
if they could have thrown a
there
concert
was
afterwards.
Like 1 or 2 bars around, but that was really it.
Right. Like even if, let's say, you don't want to do Lock J, right?
Mm-hmm.
This would have been the perfect time to have like somebody go and get like one of those outdoor drinking permits or something like that. It would have been, 12. We got done about. I think I left about 1:30 once I got to the car and everything else. But like,
wasn't even that late.
Yeah,
event ended at like 12:30.
Right, you could have done something till 3:00. You could have had something that would have been rocking, or people would have wanted to be in the area, right?
Well, I think
so.
That's
Like
the
they
point.
couldn't have made the
they
MMA.
would have stayed.
Yeah, you could have been in a hotel.
Right, you would have.
People from out of town could have came.
It's something I told Baloo because I always look at this when I know I'm going to probably drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might drink too much, which I didn't, but like I always want to say like hey, I wonder what the hotels are. Like, is there a hotel that I can, if I get too bad, that I can at least go sleep it off or something? There's no hotels.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all. That was a knock for the Super Bowl, but I know Lajay would have brought that. It's just so much.
If you were coming from Orlando to watch the UFC, I don't even know where you would stay.
Well, and I think that like that right there, that's the bigger point. Like,
it's not for us.
You cannot argue the fact. I don't care what you believe. Like, it's a fact that something's got to happen down there for any growth to happen. Like, the city has shown that every time there's an event, it supports it. NCAA tournament, rocking down there. Every time they have it here, the first and second round, UFC fights, whatever it is. Like,
even the hockey team gets mad people there.
Right. The fact that there's nothing down there is borderline. It's not borderline. It is irresponsible of our lawmakers.
It's because people want to get into this back and forth tug of war. But the reality is cities thrive off of tourism. Like in the South. You can't say that Jacksonville isn't a quote unquote tourist destination because you've made it not one.
Mm-hmm.
But you've brought in the NFL team. You're bringing in stuff like this. I'll take it another step because I really don't want to. Ron Scholes, for the most part, until recently, did a really good job with the ABA team. They were getting tons. They were getting 9,000, 10,000. The Sharks,
Or you got AEW
like
every other week
AEW,
now.
it's like so much stuff that you're trying to force feed, but there's no other outlet to make the other money.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you've got to, at some point, the city has to grow up. And I get it. You might not be into sports.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Most people are at least into having something else to do. Or let's say Machine Gun Kelly did a concert, but let's say there was a big time artist
Which
or
was
whatever.
sold out, by the way.
Right. So I'm just using this as a hyper. Like, you're not into sports, but that artist that you like is. And he came to see this. And he's like, man, you know what? This wouldn't be bad for me to do an exhibit down the street at the Mosh. Or somebody might come in and check it. It's the
James,
we just had a bunch of people watch us on pay-per-view across the nation. And and whether you like it or not, the first foot that they see the beautiful view of the water. They see this, but there's literally nothing to bring these people in.
James, on a local level, you're talking to me. Like, seriously. I still have not been to Daly's place. I haven't been. I had tickets to this. I didn't want them. Right? Even I can say this needs to happen. I'm not going to do anything with it. You can build like the dopest thing ever, and the only way I'm going there is if I get paid to go there. It's not my scene. It's not what I want to do, but I can sit back and go, the city needs it.
But just think about the these next 10 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or going back to last week. You've got a major event with MMA that happened, and it was a lot of other. You had Machine Gun Kelly concert. Now you've got,
like, next Saturday there
Thursday,
should be another event.
Yes.
There should be
you're
whatever.
Right. But Thursday, this is the most
Ja
rocking
Rule.
the city. Where's Ja Rule at a time like this? I need answers. But no, you got the first overall pick.
Yep.
And a 25. So you got a reason to have people there from 6 to 1 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, imagine having Lot J right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the revenue that it brings in. Period.
Dom's right. Tom Brady came to Jacksonville, and it wasn't for football. This is the coolest the city has looked in a minute.
The one thing that people kept bringing up, I guess the last time, did Roy Jones fight here in 96 or something like that?
I don't know.
Roy Jones apparently did a basketball game and it did something, and they were like, made the city look.
That's like 30 years ago.
I know.
25.
But I'm just saying,
and guess what's changed down there?
Nothing.
A new arena.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, same stadium. There's not been any hotels or restaurants or anything like that built there. They just redid the arena.
We don't want to sell our souls for the Jags, and what if they leave was one of the main things. And then the lie about, well, what about the neighborhoods of the people who look like you, James, is what somebody said. When that was clearly in the things that were being discussed. But this wasn't even about the Jags, and everybody benefited.
Yep.
Would have benefited. You're bringing so guess what? MMA successful. He says he's going to keep doing it. You know what that can bring you now?
Yeah.
Maybe boxing. Maybe a boxing venue.
No doubt.
Maybe other it's.
Yep.
You have to at some point, either you want your city to just be a small little minuscule city, or you want it to grow up.
Yeah, I agree. We won't get into it again. We did when it got voted down. Let's take our final break. We'll be right back to wrap up the Sports Den.
Jeff Prosser,
Genius IQ, football scholarship to GCU.
Dan Hicken,
I'm just a fun, non-threatening clown. That's what I am.
and Beef.
0% body fat.
The Drill. Mornings on 1010XL.
Dear young vapors, like some of you, I used to think this whole vaping epidemic was being blown out of proportion. But it turns out I was wrong. I was sure I would only vape among friends, but then I started sneaking around and lying to people just to hit it. It got so bad that I couldn't even go to sleep or study without hitting my vape.
It's time to talk about vaping. Watch Katya's full story and get the facts at thefactsnow.com.
After such an extraordinary year, it's time to celebrate the most extraordinary member of the family, Mom. Diamonds Direct invites you to join us us as we say cheers to the mothers in our lives. For this Mother's Day, we've put together an exceptional collection of affordable and meaningful gifts for any budget. Birthstone rings, stackable rings, eternity bands, pearls, elegant diamond pendants, and of course, stunning diamond earrings. So cheers to you, Mom, for being such an incredible partner, for learning to be a teacher in the past year, for keeping the family healthy and safe, for always putting everything else first. This year, more than ever, she deserves a gift that's anything but ordinary. And at Diamonds Direct, that's our specialty. Timeless gifts of jewelry that she can enjoy and cherish for decades to come. Why not surprise her with a bigger diamond for her ring? Come let the experts at Diamonds Direct help you find that remarkable gift that says, cheers, Mom, for all your remarkable efforts over the last year. Diamonds Direct, off Town Center Parkway, next to the Hyatt.
Low and slow makes it go at Woody's Barbecue. High-flying Jacko here, and whether you're feeding 1 or 1,000, Woody's Barbecue is always slow cooked.
At Woody's Barbecue, it's what we do. Let's eat.
At Harrell & Harrell, we are a family. It's not just the Harrells. Many of our employees are family, and most importantly, we treat our clients like family. When you've been injured, we'll make decisions with you like we would for our family. Not like you are a number, a file, but a person. So if you've been injured and need an attorney, let us fight for you as family. Harrell & Harrell. Call us, 251-1111. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Offices, Jacksonville.
The Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute is now offering online scheduling for new patient appointments for all of their physicians. Simply schedule your appointment on your cell phone, tablet, or desktop. JOI is the first orthopedic practice in North Florida to offer this feature to patients. To schedule your appointment online, visit joi.net and click on the button at the top of the page. If you'll be using insurance, be sure and have your information handy. JOI, where the pros go.
Hey, it's Bert Cannon, Sports Commissioner at the First Coast YMCA. This summer, it's time to rediscover everything we've been missing. At the Y, we're committed to being your home for health and wellness, and also a place for community, belonging, and a whole lot of fun in a safe environment. Now level up your game in the Y's new National Esports program. We offer the safest competitive video game experience through a private, moderated platform just for kids. Get details at fcymca.org.
In 1921, U.S. Marine Corps surgeon Dr. Robert McKeever established the first urologic practice in Florida, the McKeever Clinic. I'm Dr. West. 100 years later, we continue to carry on his life's work in providing complete urologic care in Jacksonville. We have 13 board-certified urologists with many areas of expertise to provide the highest level of care for both men and women. Visit McKeeverClinic.com to learn more about how we can help. McKeever Clinic, innovators in urologic care since 1921.
Major announcement. Ocean Reef Pets has now taken over the Mandarin Sea Life store. If you love the look and feel of the sea, bring it home with your very own tank. Ocean Reef Pets in Neptune Beach and now Mandarin Sea Life off of Old St. Augustine Road. Follow us today on Facebook.
Love seafood and want only the freshest seafood in Jacksonville? Sliders Oyster Bar should be your first choice when craving anything Mayport shrimp to fresh oysters. So when you're out at the beach this summer, stop into the beach's best oyster bar for the last 40 years. Sliders Oyster Bar in Neptune Beach, open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner to fulfill that seafood craving. Don't forget our bottomless mimosa and Bloody Mary reggae brunch on Sundays too. Sliders Oyster Bar in Neptune Beach, locally owned by Safe Harbor Seafood.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
I tell you the difference between me and them. They trying to get the ones and trying to get the M's.
You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Oh man, it's a great show. Sad to end it this way. You'll hear about it on social media. I didn't say it when Jim Henry made the article and a lot of stuff, but Geno Hayes, former Florida State, former Jaguar, former Tampa Bay Buccaneers, had been sick for about a month, for quite some time, battling some things. Went to ICU, went to hospice. He just passed. I got the call right when we started the show.
When you heard the show and James was absent.
Yeah, so that was when I was trying to confirm. But just say, don't blow it up like some people are blowing up on social media. The family, just give the family some time to cope with it. Just say a prayer. If you pray, you know things like that, or your thoughts. Geno was a great great teammate, great guy. We were close when we played, but we did a podcast, Seminole podcast that was pretty popular. And we hadn't been doing it because he was getting sick off and on. But I had nothing but optimism with him getting through it because this same thing that he went through about 2 years ago, came out strong this time. He just did. So, you never know.
Whenever I think of Gino, I can't help but chuckle because we were doing the podcast downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he'd drive that dually.
Right.
This big old, was a Ford, right? Like,
was it a Ram?
I don't know what it was. It was massive. And every single day he'd drive the thing downtown and he's like griping about finding a place to park. And I'm like, yo.
Dude, you got to.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're driving.
No, you're right. Yeah, like an F-350.
Yeah, it was like a massive truck. But yeah, meter parking.
Right.
Like trying to park right in front of the studio. But yeah, I hate to hear that, man. Sad. Young guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't get to the Eli Drinkwitz, Missouri calling out Dan Mullen in Florida. So we probably need to save that, right? Like,
oh, it's worth more than a 90-second. Yeah.
It's like that, huh?
He came in, guns blazing.
It's a bold move.
He's like 35.
It's a bold move. When
his name's Eli. He's a Missouri coach, and he's coming for blood.
And he looks like the guy from Hangover.
Such a nerdy little guy.
The dentist.
The tooth.
The guy that lost his tooth. Yeah. Looks just like you. I got got 2 Florida quarterbacks in tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Starter?
Anthony and Carlos coming in. So we'll talk about them on Wednesday.
Your rival has the other guy.
He does. Wednesday, we will be getting all into the draft. It'll be draft day eve. And then Thursday, we're off for the draft. And we'll be back on Friday for our normal showtime at 8 o'clock. So share the SoundCloud. Tell your friends about it. We'll be back Wednesday at 9 o'clock, ready to go with the draft. We'll talk to you guys then. Y'all have a great evening.
You're killing each other for tradition.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville